Welcome to the English Vault channel, your destination for learning English through engaging stories. Today's title of the story is The Life-Changing Lesson from an Elder Man. On the edge of a quiet park, there was an old wooden bench. Every evening, an old man with kind eyes and a gentle smile sat there, watching the sun dip behind the trees. One day, a young man burdened by worries sat down beside him. His face was tight with anger and sadness. The old man looked at him kindly and said, "You seem heavy with thoughts, son. Care to share?" The young man sighed. "I've been betrayed by people I trusted. Everything feels like it's falling apart." The old man nodded slowly, as if he understood too well. "Son," he began, "never brag about your progress or tell people your plans, as your friends today may become your worst enemies tomorrow." He paused, letting the words settle like dust after a storm. "Develop a willingness to be disliked. This will grant you the freedom to do what needs to be done, even if it's unpopular," he added, his eyes fixed on the setting sun. The young man frowned. "But it hurts when people walk away," he muttered. The old man smiled gently. "People will walk in and out of your life, and those you least expect will become past remembrances of a temporary time you once thought was permanent. It's part of life's dance," he said, tapping his foot lightly on the ground. "And your emotions?" the young man. "How do you stop feeling so angry and sad?" The old man chuckled softly. "There are no bad emotions, only bad reactions to them. You have to learn how to channel your negative emotions in a constructive way." The young man stared at the ground, thinking. "If nothing else, some people just teach you how not to be," the old man added warmly. He leaned closer and whispered, "The more responsibility you take, the more you empower yourself to actually do something about that pain." "But what if I fail again?" the young man asked, his voice cracking. The old man patted his shoulder. "Don't be afraid to start over again. This time you are not starting from scratch, you are starting from experience. And when you have to choose between being right and being kind," he said with a small wink, "choose kind." The young man smiled for the first time. It felt small but real. The old man chuckled again. "If you have more than 3 priorities, you have none," he said with a teasing tone. They sat in silence for a while, the birds chirping around them. "Life moves pretty fast if you don't stop and look around once in a while. You could miss it," the old man said, taking a deep, satisfied breath of the evening air. The young man looked at him, hope flickering in his eyes. "Sometimes," the old man said, "you may be the only person left who believes in you, but it's enough." The young man nodded, a little stronger now. "And remember," the old man said seriously, "you can't lose what you never had. You can't keep what's not yours. And you can't hold on to some things that don't want to stay." The young man was silent. He was learning little by little. The old man pointed toward a group of children playing. "To see someone's true character, notice only 2 things: how they treat people they don't know and how they respond when things don't go their way." The sun was almost gone now, the sky painted with soft pink and orange hues. The old man smiled warmly and said, "Life is not about waiting for the storm to pass but learning to dance in the rain." The young man closed his eyes for a moment, feeling lighter than he had in months. When he opened them, the old man was still there, smiling, a quiet reminder that sometimes wisdom comes not from shouting, but from sitting quietly beside someone on a bench and speaking from the heart. Thank you for listening to the story. Please like, share, and subscribe to hear more stories and improve your vocabulary.